And we'll turn things back to weather again, where unfortunately we're tracking a big warm-up that is going to stay with us for a long time. But it's not just us, actually. Thanks to a big area of high pressure, not only in the south, but also off the coast, as you can see here. We're going to be looking at temperatures that are hot for our coastal areas, too. So it's going to be a toasty day, a couple of days, actually, all across the state of California. So through the night tonight, we'll start with Kern County. Definitely warmer than the past couple of nights, primarily 60s and 70s across Kern here. Overnight lows maybe in the 50s for a couple of cooler spots in the mountains, but in general, a mild night. A warm day tomorrow. Look at the hottest parts in Kern County, close to 110 degrees over in the desert, pretty much the entire desert over 100, even the normally cooler spots like Mojave. 93 at Keene, 96 at Wofford Heights, and I do take us here in Bakersfield back into the triple digits tomorrow, which is very likely the start of our next heat wave. Winds pretty typical, nothing all that significant there. Normal afternoon breeze, 20 to 30 miles per hour in the desert. That's pretty typical. Just enough of a breeze to keep our air quality from getting too bad. But I want to touch on the rest of the state too, because again, this is not just us in Kern. Here's the forecast high for tomorrow statewide. Palm Springs 115, extremely hot, but even places like LA and San Luis Obispo that are normally much cooler than us are feeling some of this warm air thanks to that high pressure off the coast. So the entirety of the state dealing with some hot weather here, and we'll continue to deal with it for quite some time. For us here in Kern County, some passing clouds, especially early in the day tomorrow, should clear out by the afternoon. That'll help drive our temperatures up. 101, the forecast high on Thursday with moderate air quality. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on smoke impacts on that air quality, but at this point, we don't expect many. 102 Friday, 103 for both Saturday and on Sunday, some of the warmest weather we've had so far this year, and we stay above 100 through the remainder of the forecast. Let's get into the extended forecasts here. The KRV close to 100 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. Mountain communities peaking right around 90 degrees, and of course, over in the desert, expecting our hottest temperatures each day in the forecast, well over 100 degrees over in the desert.
The lawyers for California City Public Safety Director Justin Vincent say they have plenty of evidence to back up their case against the city. In fact, they believe they've added even more after Vincent was put on paid administrative leave. I'm Steve Eaton, your neighborhood reporter. A recent investigation arranged by the city found that Vincent's claims that the mayor and the councilman plotted to fire him are indeed true.
Justin Vincent is no longer in charge of the police and fire departments. California City has put him on paid administrative leave as the public safety director. He recently filed a lawsuit against the city, alleging Mayor Marquette Hawkins and Councilman Ron Smith were plotting to fire him. Vincent's lawyers say he recently contacted multiple agencies, including the Kern County District Attorney's Office and the FBI, and sent them detailed allegations of wrongdoings by Hawkins, Smith, City Manager Christopher Lopez, and Keith Middleton, the city treasurer. The city is not commenting at this moment, yet Mayor Hawkins sent a statement regarding the lawsuit. Vincent claims he has audio proof Hawkins and Smith conspired to fire him since December.
As far as the evidence is, you generally don't have an audio tape proving your case. That audio tape's a smoking gun, Steve. It actually proves our case.
Justin Vincent is refraining from commenting following the advice of his lawyers. We'll continue to follow this story. For 23 ABC, I'm Steve Eaton, your neighborhood reporter.
A week after meeting with the DOJ, Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred from a federal prison in Florida to a minimum security women's camp in Texas. Tonight, the vice president hosting top administration officials at his residence as the White House deals with the continued fallout over their handling of the Epstein files, a story the White House would prefer just go away. The VP's office denies the meeting was specifically scheduled to talk about Epstein. Sources tell ABC News in the meeting, Trump administration officials are considering whether to release the transcript from the Department of Justice's interview with Ghislaine Maxwell last month. Maxwell is serving a 20-year prison sentence for enabling Jeffrey Epstein's abuse of underage girls. She requested the DOJ meetings, sources say, sitting down for 9 hours over 2 days with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who previously served as President Trump's personal attorney. ABC's Aaron Katersky asked Maxwell's lawyer if his client told the government what the president wanted to hear as she seeks relief from her prison sentence.
Does she have an incentive to just tell the Deputy Attorney General what he wants to hear?
No, because she wants to tell the truth.
In an unusual move, a week after the meeting, Maxwell was relocated from a federal prison in Florida to a minimum security women's camp in Texas. Yesterday, Trump was asked if he authorized that move and said he deferred to Todd Blanche.
I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that.
Despite weeks of intense pushback from some of the president's supporters, the Trump administration has refused to release the full Epstein files. And today, among those weighing in, one of Epstein's alleged victims.
The files should be released. I'm tired of the government saying that they want to release them. So please just do it.